A scene from the first chapter of The Hobbit. I hope there is something left for the latecomers to eat and drink. What's that? Tea? No, thank you. A little red wine, I think, for me. And for me, said Thorin. And raspberry jam and apple tart, said Beefer. And mince pies and cheese, said Bofer. And pork pie and salad, said Bomber. And more cakes and ale and coffee if you don't mind, called the other dwarfs through the door. Put on a few eggs, there's a good fellow, Gandalf called after him as the hobbit stumped off to the pantries. And just bring out the cold chicken and pickles. Seems to know as much about the inside of my larders as I do myself, thought Mr. Baggins, who was feeling positively flummoxed and was beginning to wonder whether a most wretched adventure had not come right into his house. By the time he had got all the bottles and dishes and knives and forks and glasses and plates and spoons and things piled up on a big tray, he was getting very hot and red in the face and annoyed. Confusticate and be bothered, these dwarfs, he said aloud. Why don't they come and lend a hand? Lo and behold, there stood Balin and Dwellin at the door of the kitchen and Feely and Keely behind them. And before he could say knife, they had whisked the trays and a couple of small tables into the parlor and set out everything afresh. Gandalf sat at the head of the party with the 13 dwarves all around, and Bilbo sat on a stool at the fireside, nibbling at a biscuit. His appetite was quite taken away. Bienvenidos, welcome, and thank you for joining us for Season 4, Episode 3 of the Pana Familia podcast with Eduardo and Nicole, where we discuss our experience relocating to and raising our 3 young children here in Panama, share our journey of building our new farm and home here in Central America, and let you know what we're learning along the way. We're glad you're here. Vaminos! Tardes a todos. Hello, guys.
What country are we in? Why are you speaking Spanish?
I am trying to practice. Why are you watching Instagram? I did tag you, but you're not supposed to watch it yet.
Oh. Hey, everyone.
What was that voice?
Everyone. It's my podcast voice. It's my audio voice.
Is my podcast voice weird? Like, sometimes when you have, like, a phone voice, like, hello. Like, I used to do that when I was younger.
I don't want to tell you your podcast voice. I don't want you to get mad at me.
Just shut up. I'm the one who listens to it, and I don't really hear a difference.
I'm just kidding. No, it sounds the same.
I'm the one who edits it.
So, what's today's episode about?
Today, we're going to be talking about food, comida, which is one of our favorite things. Not just... We have done an episode called Food in Panama where we kind of talk about, I don't really remember, but like what kind of food people eat and like what kind of restaurants are here. But this one specifically, we are going to talk about where we source our food and like the good sources of food, whether it's like farms or stores or ourselves or like neighbors or whatever. We're just going to talk about, so we've been here for almost 3 years now, and we found some really good sources for food in Las Lajas, in David, and Boquete. So that's what we're going to share, kind of like all the different places we go to gather ingredients for the food that we eat.
I think the first, I would say 6 months to a year, we were just trying to figure out where to go shopping, where to get stuff, and
we went to like one grocery store in
it's the easiest
David.
One. It's like the nicest looking one right off the freeway. So
yeah, and it had a lot of like kind of specialty products. And then we also obviously went to like the fruit stands around here and like the local store for if we needed milk or coffee or something randomly.
Yeah, but over the past couple years, through recommendations from people, through kind of just walking into places, we found some pretty reliable places to go shopping.
Find like better meat
for better quality products. And the thing about shopping down here versus maybe in United States is like you kind of have to go to multiple places to get good quality stuff. You might be able to get something good at this store, but you won't get the good version of this. You have to go here. For us, it's worth the hassle of driving around everywhere and pulling into different carnicerias and stores, just trying to get the best of everything. But I mean, the simplest ones is the fruit and vegetables. We get our fruits basically from fruit stands. And Nicole found a really good farm up in Boquete that has produce.
Yeah. Well, I thought we could kind of go through like a day. I mean, maybe it would help if we went down, like, pretend we're going to, it's a Friday shopping day.
All right, you're going to join us on our virtual shopping day.
So every Friday we do our David shopping, our grocery shopping. And we always make a list of everything we're getting, right? And I plan the meals for the next week. So we'll kind of take you along on our route for a day like that.
So we're all fighting with each other, yelling at each other to get in the car.
We actually have it down pretty good to leave early now because we have to be out of the house by like 8 to make it up to our pickup spot.
So yeah, we're in the car.
We are not always yelling. I have usually made fried egg sandwiches for the road.
Or pizza, or what do you call it?
Egg pizza.
Which is like the best thing ever.
It's like a cooked egg casserole that you cook in a circular like skillet, and then you cut into triangles, so it looks like pizza slices.
So yeah, we'll get in the car, we'll start driving. It's about an hour, 15 minutes, an hour and a half to Boquete, our first stop. On the drive there, Nicole's trying to write the agenda for the week, like what we're going to eat.
The meal planning, yeah.
Yeah, meal planning. Our meal plans are very organized, very like bada bing, bada boom. Every day has a thing she's going to cook.
Right, and to be honest, like I was never like this before. I never meal planned in Turlock. Turlock was like I go to the freezer, I pick something out. And then I'm like, all right, we're having this for dinner. Go grab something from the garden. I mean, we had like our regular like eggs and stuff for breakfast, but like I did not plan meals out. I always thought it was like unnecessary and annoying. And now I'm like, I do it because, or else we don't really know what to buy. We don't have like a guide for what we need to grocery shop for.
And it makes sense because like when we lived in California, we always had meat in our freezer from the endless meat projects that we.
The sheep that we had, and then we always had a cow.
Yeah. And so it was always like, and then the grocery store literally was like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, so if we needed something, I could say, hey, could you run and grab this, or, whatever. And then we had the gardens, and then all of the other stuff. So it was just a lot easier to go get ingredients.
Yeah. So we drive up there, we get there, and why don't you tell them about...
Yeah, let me tell you guys about this place. So I cannot believe I found this great resource here. I was told about it by a realtor friend, but not until like a year in, I think. I finally was like, hey, do you know of like any farms that do like produce boxes, like CSA boxes? Because I really want to find some like organically grown produce, some better meats, eggs, stuff like that.
And then one of the reasons why we go all the way up there is because we live by the beach, so the stuff she's getting there, you really can't grow it here because of the weather, and you honestly just got to drive a little bit up the mountain and it gets really cool. And so this guy kind of gets the stuff that Nicole can't grow.
So they have like a regenerative farm there where they do like chicken, sheep, beef, ducks.
We can't grow chickens here, it's too hot for them.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they don't just grow vegetables, like they incorporate all the animals in, kind of like we used to do. And then I mean, we've never been there. I talk to the guy every week, but the farm, they haven't opened it for like tours yet, which is kind of interesting, but he keeps telling me like, oh, you can come have a tour soon. But they do have pictures online. And I mean, I've talked to this guy enough for the past year and a half. Anyways, They have a website, and I can order on the website. So every Monday or Tuesday, I go online, I see what they have for the week. It's kind of like any of you who used to order from my virtual farm stand in Turlock. It's pretty much the same concept, but they have tons more stuff, and they have tons of like pre-made foods. So we could buy like lasagna and like beef stew and pesto and stuff that they make with all their farm fresh ingredients. But we just stick to the fresh stuff. So I'll pick out what I want for the week from him.
So what's a typical week?
Vegetables. I used to get a few leafy greens, carrots. If he has, like, sometimes he has mushrooms. Lettuce. I always get lettuce so we can have it for like sandwiches and salads. And some herbs sometimes, but I kind of have the herb thing covered now. And then they have eggs, and he has lots of different meats. So they have pork too. So I'll get some pork shoulder steaks. I'll get like a whole chicken to roast. I've gotten beef bones from him for broth. I've gotten like stew meat, all sorts of great stuff. He also has lard, so I always get lard from him. And every now and then I'll get like cottage cheese or yogurt or panela or just some other random things. But a typical week is just like meat, a variety of meat, lard, and then some vegetables. And so we go up and we meet him at a store. It's not all the way into Boquete, which is nice. We meet him at a store, which is like a drop-off location, and other people are picking up there also. We pay him in cash, and we always take ice chests with us, and then we grab our stuff from him and have a little chit-chat, and
head down the mountain.
And then we head back. So it's only like 20 minutes outside of David, which is where we're doing our main shopping.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't feel that far. So then we go back into David, and then we have our route there.
So we'll skip 2 spots because they're not really food related. But so then we eventually end up at Price Mart. Dun dun dun.
Price Mart, the Costco of Central America.
So we were. One of the reasons why we never went to Price Mart in the beginning is because we just didn't have the refrigerator space at the apartment.
No, we had a tiny little like hotel refrigerator.
Yeah, so it didn't make sense because it literally is the Costco of.
Yeah, most stuff is bulk.
Like Central America, the Caribbean, and like Colombia, you'll find Price Marts. So we never went.
And sorry, it's Price Smart. I always thought it was Price Mart, but it's actually Price Smart, which doesn't really make sense, but I always thought that was funny when I actually read it. I was like, oh, I thought it was Price Mart.
Yeah, I never really. I'm just educated right now.
Oh, really? I thought we talked about this before.
So that was number 1, and then number 2, the reason we always avoided it was because it was like the gringo.
Shopping. Everyone always talked about the gringos always did.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to go where they go.
Yeah, we were like very anti-Price Mart.
It was like, oh, we don't want to go Boquete because that's where all the gringos are at. I don't want to go to Price Mart. And then she's like, oh, let's just go check it out. And so we walked in, and the first time we went, it was like, okay, there's some stuff that we can buy here because the bulk pricing is nice for our family.
Yeah. And now that the younger boys are getting older, they do actually eat more.
They eat a lot.
Than when they were like 1.
So then we went, and then like, okay, yeah, I think we can justify the membership because we can get we can get beef, and then we can get some coffee. There's a lot of stuff that isn't going to expire. You can just kind of sit on.
What's the membership? $40-something bucks a year?
No, it's like
$40.
No, it's like $40. It's not that expensive.
It's $40 for a whole year.
Yeah,
which is like.
Really not that much.
Yeah, very reasonable.
So we started going, and we just kind of.
Well, yeah, we were like, oh, they have maple syrup.
Yeah, that was one thing. Like there was a while like we were getting maple syrup, not pancake syrup. I've been very educated about the difference.
Maple syrup. We can actually find it here, and we used to buy little tiny jars of it at like the specialty grocery store, and it was very expensive. But now I can get like a whole
gallon.
What is it?
It's a pretty big jug.
Like a quart, maybe a quart. I would say for like a good price, and we can find organic Bob's Red Mill organic oats. And they'll have like random stuff like those Boulder Canyon avocado oil chips.
Yeah.
And stuff like specialty stuff like that.
So we started to get like there's like the I call it the staples, like what they always have, and it's like meat, like beef, cheeses,
good cheeses,
ham, bacon, eggs, and then I call it the roulette table
and coffee.
But then I call it the roulette table of products, because like 1 week you might show up and there might be roast beef. You're like, oh yeah, there's roast beef, so you buy the roast beef, and the next week it's gone. Mm-hmm. But then there might be like, New York steaks, really good New York steaks, and they're gone.
Yeah.
So it kind of keeps you,
So you can't put those on your like
list.
Necessity list, because it just has to like, if it's there, we'll get it. If not, we can't.
And you kind of just like, we found this really good aged cheddar a couple weeks ago, and we buy it every week because I know once that box is empty, it's gone.
What they also have is organic unrefined coconut oil, organic extra virgin olive oil, and avocado oil too, which is like huge, because surprisingly it's very hard to find coconut oil down here. There's like not like a local coconut oil company, which is so interesting. I mean, there's coconut water that is sold here like through Panamanian brands, but not oil. And it's something that I use a lot in cooking and stuff, and in my skincare recipes. So to have like a source of that, like the big like half gallon like jug, and then the olive oil and stuff. So those things are and again, like before we lived in this house, we could not fit those kind of large items in our apartment. Everything was really week to week, but now we can buy some of those bigger things that can sit in our big pantry cabinet for, a month and like be okay.
So yeah, it's that kind of stuff, ground beef, breakfast meats, and then also most importantly, they sell the bulk size of rum.
That's a new thing.
We've had a lot of rum lately, so yeah.
The bulk size, it's not that big.
That's pretty big. And so
it's 1.5 liters.
Okay, so pretty
right?
big.
Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty big.
I don't want to say how many we drink a week.
They have like big bags of limes, big bags of potatoes. They have tomato. They have like some produce too that's like hard, like nicer produce that's harder to find at produce stands. And it's Panamanian. It's national, but you can just buy it like larger amounts, and they like the quality is a bit better because like they're actually going through it, versus like sometimes at the fruit stands, you have to sit there and like go through all the potatoes yourself, and that's fine, but sometimes it's just easier to grab a big bag that's already put together for you.
And then so we'll load up there, and then from there we'll either go to a place called La Casa del Cerdo, which is basically pork products, and it's like we were told about this place by some friends that own a restaurant, so they know where to shop, and it's been like one of the best places.
It's been so great, yeah.
Because they, you can buy a shoulder roast, you can buy pork chops, they have lamb there.
They do have lamb, yeah.
They have tons of sausages. They have like regular sausages, like in links, in many different flavors, and then they also have like ground sausage, and they have ground breakfast sausage, really good, and they have ground Mexican chorizo,
which was really, like, yeah, when we found that,
which has been a really good find, because it's really makes taco nights that much better.
It's really good. Jude and you love it. I mean, I like it too, but like Jude loves it. Yeah.
And it's very price friendly. It's not very expensive.
No. Yeah.
I'll walk out with bags of meat and I'm like, oh, that was only $50.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the seasoning down like really good. They have Italian sausage, breakfast sausage, like you said, chorizo, and they're in like 1 pound loose bags, so we just can make patties, or we could cook it loose like in a scramble with eggs, and then whenever I want to do like a shoulder roast, if the farm doesn't have, because the farm doesn't always have like pork, and like doesn't always have the cuts that you want, because it's just kind of whenever he harvests animals, but usually we can get a shoulder roast there, and then like Eddie said, they have lamb. They'll randomly have like lamb chops and a lamb shoulder or a leg of lamb.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
That place has been really fun. And if we don't go to that place, sometimes we'll go to a place called Corte Argentino, which is basically imported meat from Argentina. Beef.
It's all beef, right?
It's all beef.
Yeah,
it's all beef.
Yeah.
And that place is good too to get some good steaks or picanhas.
We used to go there a lot more.
Yeah, but with the price of beef going up around the world, it's been a little bit pricier there.
We're trying to be a little more
price conscious.
Yes.
Yeah, but that place is a really good place to shop.
They had those good sausages.
The Spanish chorizo?
Yeah, the Spanish chorizo.
Spanish chorizo. Really, yeah, that was pretty good. But that's another place we'd like to go to.
And the people at the guy there, or there's a few guys there, they're all really nice. And sometimes they'd have like a special, like get 6 steaks and like a bottle of wine for like, this price, whatever. And that was fun. We would do that sometimes for like a special occasion or something.
Yeah. So that was another place we used to go to, or we go to every now and then. Mm-hmm. And we also go to Chocolatismo, which is like a bakery. Yes,
this is a bit. If you are looking for like bulk, good quality flour, this was like a star find.
This is one of the first places we found, because Nicole makes a lot of bread, bakes a lot of bread, and the flour at the regular stores was not very good. And then we were able to find some good quality flour.
King Arthur flour.
In 50-pound bags for like a very reasonable price. Mm-hmm. And, so we go there to get flour all the time.
Yeah, and then they also have like, so I buy the 50-pound bag, but they also have like smaller 5-pound bags of like whole wheat and rye and stuff, and it's all King Arthur. And
they have tons of other baking.
Yeah, and then they have all sorts of like baking tools and supplies and like to-go containers for like bakeries and restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was a really great, and you can order online and like pick up in the store if you want to. I haven't done that, but they do have a really nice website, Chocolatismo, and they have like stores all over Panama, I guess.
Yeah, so that was a cool place we found. And then after that, we will go to Ray, our first stomping ground. That is now our least.
We get the least amount there, but there's still just some stuff that like we can only find there. And I'll tell you guys those staple things. So they have, the thing about Panamanian grocery stores is like, if it's not national products, most of it's brought in from Europe, not the United States. Which I actually like because Europe has a lot higher standards for food quality, and I think I've said this before. But they have tomato sauce from Italy. They have tons of great pasta from Italy. It's a really nice pasta brand. So if we're having pasta, I'll pick that up. They also have
jam from France.
Is that the butter? Anchor? It's like a New Zealand grass-fed butter. Mm-hmm. And we used to get the butter from here, and then we like just kind of learned some stuff about dairies here, and Eddie's visited some dairies, and we're kind of like, maybe we'll stick with like not local butter for now. And we don't have enough cream from our milk to make butter. That would be nice, but we just don't right now. So I get butter there because that's a really important part of our diet. We get orange juice there. Panama has amazing, like, fresh orange juice. And
not only Panama, but, like, that's one thing. I'm going to go on a quick little rant.
That's
but
okay.
American orange juice sucks. Like, it just sucks.
It's, like, so sour compared to the orange juice we drink here.
Like, the orange juice in Panama is so good. The orange juice when I go visit countries in South America is so good.
Really?
Like, everywhere I go, like, the orange juice is just way better. And I just hate sorry, I'm going to be called an anti-American, but I hate American orange juice. It sucks.
Well, the only orange juice that we had that was good was what was it called? Matt's or something?
Uncle Matt's or something like that?
It was like $20.
It was expensive.
I mean, it was so expensive, so it wasn't something we could buy. Or during like wintertime during citrus season, if we made fresh orange juice with like really ripe navel oranges, then that obviously was like amazing.
That's like that's what it tastes like.
Yeah,
almost.
that's what it tastes like here is like really good sweet ripe navel orange juice, but it's not. It's like the oranges here are just wild and full of seeds, and like they're like green, but like
they don't look like oranges.
They don't look like your perfect grocery store orange, but they're so good and so sweet. And so we used to buy bags. You can buy like 10-pound bags of oranges for like $5 and make our own juice. But sometimes you just got to pick and choose like where you want to put the work in, and we decided we'll just buy it.
Yeah, versus the orange is really good.
Yeah, so that's an orange juice tangent, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, the orange juice is amazing. And then sometimes we'll stop at like a fruit stand in David that we drive by a lot, and we'll get like bananas, piña, papaya. Those are the main ones. Watermelon we're kind of getting out of watermelon.
You have to follow the season. Like there'll be times where there's like we're coming to avocado season right now, so we're starting to see a lot more avocados. Mm-hmm. There's times where but like
mangoes, we just kind of are finishing mangoes, but like that kind of stuff we like get from our neighbors because all our neighbors are really nice and they have huge trees and they just like gift us like avocados, these giant. I mean, Jesse was holding an avocado the other day and he's like, "Mommy, it's as big as my head." And I was like, "Yeah,
they're huge.
It almost is as big as your head. It's like a meal in itself."
Yeah. And then after that, I don't think. Well, where else do we go shopping?
I'm trying to think. I mean, sometimes we'll stop in at a place called Super Baru, and they have also some like nicer brands of like yogurt and cheese and stuff like that and butter. But then they just kind of have the same stuff that Ray does, but Ray has more. Like Ray also has like real Parmesan cheese and
from Italy.
Run into the grocery store here in town every now and then if we need
milk, if we're not milking, or if I don't feel like milking.
We haven't bought milk in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't bought milk in a long time. Beer.
Beer or like a random like, I need an onion or something. But like we try to just keep all our shopping really to one day. So we're not running to up to the farm stands or the stores here to get stuff. And we used to go to the produce stand here a lot more. But they changed owners, I think. Is that what happened? And the quality just went like kind of down. And so we just were like, well, why are we going to keep driving up there if like we can't ever, and you like never know if they're going to have what you need. Like if you go up there looking for onions and they don't have them, then there's no onions,
Yeah.
So that was a bummer that the quality went down there because it was nice to have that option. And then since like we talked about in the last episode, this past like 6 months or so, we've been having fruits from our farm. Like we've had tons of papayas. We've had multiple bunches of bananas. We seem to always have bananas hanging in the terraza now.
Yeah.
The terraza that we built has like big wooden beams, and that's where we hang our bananas. So we cut them down from the tree, and then you hang them, and then they slowly ripen, and then you just kind of like pick them as you go.
And that's kind of the transition. That's the next step for us as a family, is to start eating more from the actual farm here versus grocery store. And
of course,
Nicole says the bananas, the guineos, the bananas, the papayas. We have pineapples planted. Nicole's garden's going pretty well. We have a lot of jalapenos and pumpkins coming out of that place. Mm-hmm. And then
there's like random mango trees around us where we can just kind of grab mangoes.
Yeah, and then every day we're getting closer and closer to harvesting our first steer, so that'll be a big boost for the freezer.
Yes, that'll be great when we have our own meat source, because like I'm not 100% happy with the beef that we're getting, but like
it is what it is.
It is what it is, and like you kind of like you have to get to this point where for those of you who are like super conscious about like where your food comes from, like you have to just like be like, okay, I'm just doing the best with what I have and the resources that I have, the money I have, and like the places I can find, and the rest is just, that's all you can do, you know, like
in the meantime,
trying to like hyper focus on like everything being like perfectly organic and pasture raised and like nothing, like it's just, I mean, there's not really anywhere where you can like do that, and it kind of just makes you stressed, and then like you're stressed about what you're eating, and then your food isn't really going to do anything good for you because you're just stressed out about it, you know. So that was a big learning, like a lesson for me, I think, here, and eventually I know we will have our own meat and we'll know exactly what he ate, and we raised him with our own hands and love, and but for now, you know, we do the best we can, and we have a lot of good food, and we have a lot of fun, like cooking and planning like special meals, and we can usually always find what we want if we are trying to plan a special meal. So.
And all that shopping on Friday leads to we rarely eat out now. The only time we really eat out is on Friday.
When
we're shopping. But other than that, like we rarely eat out around the house. But, you know, one night Nicole's making birria, another night she's making curry rice, curry beef, or she's making carnitas, or she's making pork chops, or she's making there's just so much food that she makes that I mean, she'll go on stints where I'm only going to make Asian food. And she'll make like these udon noodles with strip beef. It's really good. There's one night I was going to go play basketball, and then she was like, I don't know what I'm making for dinner. And then she started throwing a bunch of stuff. And then like every time she threw something, I'm like, that smells good. That smells good. And then I was like, I don't want to go to basketball anymore. I just want to sit here and play and eat. And
well, the nice thing is that I really love is we do have a lot of stuff growing around that I can throw in. So like Asian food is actually pretty easy because we have a lot of Thai basil and lemongrass and ginger. And those are three like staple like flavors in like Asian dishes. And I've gotten good at my curry, which is really yummy, and the boys don't like it, and so now I just add tons more jalapenos in it and just make it super spicy for us, and then the boys just have like rice and butter. I'm like, fine, we'll have our rice and curry, and you can have your rice and butter.
Focaccia pizza.
Oh yeah,
that's the one that kids always ask for.
We've been doing we'll do like grilled cheese with ham and gravy. It's called a croque madame.
Croque madame.
And we've been doing those on like simpler dinner nights. And sometimes I just like tonight my plan is just to throw some chicken and like root vegetables in the oven and roast them, you know? So it's not like I'm always like, oh, like spending hours like preparing. I usually try to do stuff that like I do stuff regularly so I get it down really well, and then it's easy for me, and stuff that I can kind of throw in a pot and like let it sit. We still do a lot of soups and stews, even though it's like hot here, just because those are easy and the kids love them. I made albondigas like quite a bit over the past couple months, which was delicious.
Yeah, that's been pretty good. Sweating.
Oh, there was one time we were sweating so much. Yeah, eating that. Breakfast is always like eggs and a meat and toast and fruit and juice, and lunch is usually up in the air. It's like leftovers, or we'll do sandwiches, or just like a salami and cheese and fruit plate, and then dinner is always planned. So we feel good about where we are now, and like
where we were when the first 6 months.
Yeah, yes. Compared to where we used to be. Yeah, and there's also another there's like a shrimp guy that drives around, and then there's also a place where you can get fresh fish here at a fish market, or the fish guy drives around. So we
incorporate seafood every now and then.
We do incorporate that in. Eddie makes a really good ceviche, and we've done like fried shrimp and stuff with rice, which is really good. So we do that every once in a while, and I feel like we should do that more. But again, it's like the shrimp, like you can't count on it. It's like, oh, he's coming, or like, oh, he called me, he'll be here tonight, and then, you know, you buy like 10 pounds and then you don't see him for a month or something. So
Yeah.
the thing about the stores and the farm is like you can like rely on it being there
most part.
every week.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Food is super important to us, not just because like we know that it's what gives us energy and gives us health, and it's also something that we both love and we have bonded over throughout our relationship.
If she had a very bland flavor palette, I probably would be really hard.
Well, same with you. If you had a very bland palate, I probably wouldn't be with you.
She threw it back on me.
But yeah, so we have a lot of fun with food and cooking, and I always love when I make something new, and I'm kind of like looking at him, like waiting for like, does he like it? And I can always tell if he like really likes it, he'll definitely say something. If he kind of likes it, he'll be like, and if he's just like, oh, it's fine, he won't say anything, so I have to like get it out of him. But usually he really likes it. So we'll wrap it up there, and we'll talk to you guys next week about something else fun.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Ciao. Be sure to follow along with us on Instagram at Nourish Farm Panama and visit our website, nourishfarmpanama.com. If you enjoyed this episode or have been enjoying our show, we would greatly appreciate you leaving us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to your podcasts. It would help the show reach more people, and it would mean a lot to us. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope to see you next time on the Pana Familia podcast. Ciao.